Welcome everybody here to Master Jack of all trivia in the Geekdom division. I'm your host, Commissioner Devontae King, and today we have a great match between two competitors, both looking to get into that number one contender shot and play for the belt, hopefully. Between Will Cohen at 2-0 and Steve Mesa at 4-1. Both competitors have shown their knowledge throughout many their matches, dominating and winning. So I think today will be a great and competitive match. But enough for me. We'll hear from the competitors. First, from Steve.
So, looks like I'm facing another familiar face. Last time it was Kevin Post, now this time it's Will Cohen. Now, I'm going to admit, I am not really strong in the geek category, but when we have certain categories that are along the lines of, horror or video games, that's somewhere, you know, that's something that I shine in. I'm hoping that luck that I had in the previous game shows up in this game, and hopefully I can be able to, be able to beat Will, but I'm not going to count Will out because he's a very strong competitor and he has beaten me in the past before. So there's a more than likely strong chance that he could beat me tonight. But I'm going to just say this: may the best man win.
Hey, it's been a while. Great to see you guys again. Um, I'm here just to have fun. This is, geek is one of those categories that I feel like equalizes all of us. Um, I am strained. I've proven to be oddly good at some of these things, and so uh, we'll see where my skills lie tonight. Steve is a good player. He is very knowledgeable. Has a very good range, good knowledge range. Then again, so do I. So I feel like this is going to be more evenly matched than our records kind of align with. But all in all, let's just have some fun tonight.
All right. Short and sweet. We'll get to the match. Uh, Round one works like this. I'll read 10 questions with various key categories. Each question is worth 1 point apiece. Please write it down and say it when called upon.
Mhm.
Um, if you happen to get all 10 correct, you will get a bonus question read to you. There's 3 repeats and 1 challenge throughout the duration of the match. Do you guys have any questions about round one?
No.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Question one is in the category of DC. Half breeds are creatures in which DC film? Of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Steve
I went with Blade.
and Will.
As you said, DC, I said Stardust.
Both unfortunately incorrect. Looking for Constantine. Constantine. It's what they call the demons and
Uh,
the angels when they take over. Well, I guess
right, right,
technically
right.
don't take over the body, but
Just so many in DC canon there.
yeah, there's a lot now. And another character that has a lot of movies, Marvel. Marvel. In Madam Web, at what event of Mary Parker's does Cassie go to?
I haven't seen this movie and bother at all.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's something.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Will
Said baby shower.
and Steve.
I said wedding.
Baby shower is correct.
I just watched that again, so that's the third time I bothered with that piece of shit.
uh, Question 3 is in Tales and Fables. Tales and Fables. In 300, the Persian messenger wonders why who is speaking in the matters of men. And I'll take specific or general answer if that makes sense and without kind of giving it away. But yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Steve.
I don't know her name. I know it's Lena Headley, I believe, Leonidas' wife. I don't know her name.
And Will.
I fell in the same trap, so I said Leonidas' wife.
I'll accept it. I said the queen, the wife, or women. I think is so.
His wife.
Yeah. I'll accept both answers. So.
Thank you.
Fair.
Question 4 is in the DCEU. And it's how does Superman kill Zod in Man of Steel? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Will.
He didn't listen to his Wu-Tang. He breaks his neck.
And Steve.
He cracked like his neck. Snap, neck snap.
Both are correct. Question 5 is in animated. In Super Mario Brothers, who does Mario have to face in the Great Ring of Kong in order to get the Kongs to join him and Peach? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Steve.
DK Donkey Kong.
And Will.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Both correct. Question 6 is in Middle Earth. What specific weapon was Frodo injured with on Weathertop? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Will.
I believe it's called the Nazgul blade.
And Steve.
I put like Reaper's Dark Sword. I felt like that's something in the vicinity. So
I'm going to say both are incorrect. It's called a Morgul blade.
Ah, okay.
I don't think it's ever really referred to as a Nazgul's blade, and since I said specific,
and I wasn't expecting to get that one correct anyways with my verbiage. So that's.
but I'll let Will decide what he wants to. If he wants to.
I mean, you did say specific. I mean, the Nazgul is the one who stabs him. I'm not gonna risk losing the challenge though. So I'm fine if we just move on.
Okay, we'll move on then. Question 7 is in quotes. In which mixed bag film will you hear the quote, "He's doing his Superman thing"? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Will. Steve. Yeah,
I put Hancock.
And Will.
Push.
Both incorrect. Look for The Matrix Reloaded.
Okay.
Okay.
Question 8 is in the MCU. In Thor, Love and Thunder, after Korg's body is destroyed by Zeus's thunderbolt, who is in charge of protecting him the rest of the fight? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Will.
I believe that's Valkyrie.
And Steve.
I put Jane.
Valkyrie is correct.
Okay.
Question 9 is in video game movies. Who plays Agent 47, the main character in Hitman? Voice cracked a little there, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Steve.
Timothy Oliphant.
And Will.
That's also what I had. Timothy Oliphant.
Both are correct.
Nice.
And the final question is in Star Wars. Star Wars. In Rise of Skywalker, Rey sends a transmission to the Resistance on how to get to what planet? Yes. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Will.
I just said Palpatine's plan. I have no idea what it's called.
And Steve.
I just put down a planet named Alderaan.
Both are incorrect. What was closer? It's Exegol. The name is Exegol. Exegol.
I figured it. Just like
So at the end of round number 1, I have Will in the lead 6-4. 6-4. So still anyone's match. Round 2 works like this. It is the wheel round. Each competitor will have a spin at the wheel from various geek categories. Each category has 5 questions with 2 points apiece. However, you can check down the multiple choice, which will devalue it to 1. And there is stealing. Today's categories are Star Wars, Star Trek, DCEU, video game movies, Spinner's Choice, MCU, Marvel, Hasbro, Wizarding World, and Opponent's Choice. Will, since you're in the lead, do you want to spin first or second?
Kind of want to take a breather, so let's go second, please.
All right. So, Steve, here's your spin. And again, if you don't like your first spin, you can get a mulligan. Lands on Star Wars. You want to keep Star Wars or spin again?
spin that shit again.
All right. So whatever you get here, you'll have to keep.
Fair enough.
Lands on Star Trek.
All right.
Well, everyone's
Star
spinning
Trek, Star Wars. All right.
You're going to the stars, baby.
Yep. The first question in Star Trek. In which Star Trek film does Kirk get demoted from the rank of captain of the Enterprise?
Star Trek 2009. Final answer.
Yeah, that is incorrect.
Oh,
Will for the 2-point steal. In which Star Trek film does Kirk get demoted from the rank of captain of the Enterprise?
Star Trek Into Darkness.
That is correct for 2 points.
In the right vein, Steve.
Yeah, you're close. In Search for Spock, we learn about Pon farr, which makes Vulcan's male blood boil every how many years?
multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it A, 5, B, 7, C, 8, or D, 10?
Can I get a repeat of the question?
Yeah, I'll count as one repeat. Repeat. In Search for Spock, we learn about Pon farr, which makes Vulcan blood boil every how many years? Is it A, 5, B, 7, C, 8, or D, 10?
I'm going to go with A, final.
8 is incorrect. Will for the 1-point steal. In Search for Spock, we learn about Pon farr, which makes Vulcan blood boil every how many years? Is it A, 5, B, 7, C, 8, or D, 10?
7.
That is correct for a 1-point steal.
Wow.
Sure.
These are weird ass movies.
I don't think to have a flag with me, so.
In Nemesis, We find out that Riker and Troy are having a wedding on in Nemesis, we find out that Riker and Troy are having a wedding on Betazoid. Other than no clothes, what else is special about the ceremony?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it A, no priest, B, no speeches, C, no reception, or D, no guest?
I'm going to go with A, no priest.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Will for the 1 point steal.
Expected.
In Nemesis, we find out that Riker and Troy are having a wedding on Betazoid. Other than no clothes, what else is special about the ceremony? A, no priest, B, no speeches, C, no reception, or D, no guests?
As none of them are going with him, I'm going to guess no guests.
That is also incorrect. Looking for no speeches. No speeches.
No speeches. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, everybody was speechless after watching that movie because they couldn't believe how horrible that was. You know,
Yeah.
It's not even the worst one, dude.
Well.
Final Frontier exists.
Yeah.
I haven't had the displeasure of watching it, so.
All right. In Star Trek 09, which crew member replaces helmsman McKenna at the helm because McKenna couldn't make his post because he had lung worms?
Let me get a multiple choice on that one.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Sulu, B, Uhura, D, Scotty, is it A, Sulu, B, Uhura, C, Scotty, or D, Bones?
Let me get a repeat of the question, please.
I'll be a second. Repeat. In Star Trek 09, which crew member replaces helmsman McKenna at the helm because McKenna couldn't make his post because he had lung worms? Is it A, Sulu, B, Uhura, C, Scotty, or D, Bones?
It's going to eventually be this A, Sulu.
That is correct for 1
Thank
point.
God I got a fucking A question. I knew it was Sulu. I just didn't want to screw myself over on the question and just whatever.
Yeah. And your final question in Star Trek.
Thank God.
In the Final Frontier, what is the name of the planet that the Enterprise crew first encounters Cybok, who has taken over a city?
I'm sorry. Can I get a technical? Because my headphones fell off during the reading of that question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll get a technical repeat. In the Final Frontier, what is the name of the planet that the Enterprise crew first encounters Cybok, who has taken over a city?
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Viridian 3, B, Delta Vega, C, Nimbus 3, or D, Remus?
I'm going to go with B, Delta Vega.
That is incorrect.
All right.
Will for the 1 point steal. In the Final Frontier, what is the name of the planet that the Enterprise crew first encounters Cybok, who has taken over a city? Is it A, Viridian 3, B, Delta Vega, C, Nimbus 3, or D, Remus?
Remus?
That is also incorrect. Look for Nimbus 3.
Okay.
Nimbus 3. So after Steve's spin, he gets
Thank God
5, and Will with 3 steals get his up to 9.
Yeah.
Correct.
Bring back up the wheel and have Will have his spin.
Okay.
All right, let's see what you got, Will.
Lands on Star Wars. Do we keep Star Wars or spin again?
There's better on this wheel. Let's spin that again, please.
All right. Get here. You have to keep. Lands on Marvel.
Okay. Damn, I wish I would have had that one, but okay.
All right. First question in Marvel.
Sure.
In which film do we see a character cause a multi-car pileup on a bridge after stopping a truck from hitting a person?
Let's go multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Men in Black 2, B, Fantastic Four, C, Amazing Spider-Man, or D, Deadpool?
I'm going to say Fantastic Four.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
In Spider-Man 2, what object kills Rose?
I can see the scene. I can't think of the object though. Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice. Is it A, a shard of glass, B, a metal rod, C, a bullet, or D, Doc Ock's arms?
A shard of glass?
No, that's correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Question 3. In Hulk, who officially works for the company Atheon?
I don't even remember this movie.
No, lucky you.
Yeah, I feel bad for you. Let's go multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice. Is it A, David Banner, B, Harper, C, Thunderbolt Ross, or D, Glenn Talbot?
Can I just get a repeat of that options one more time, please?
Yes. Is it A, David Banner, B, Harper, C, Thunderbolt Ross, or D, Glenn Talbot?
David Banner?
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Steve for the 1 point steal. In Hulk, who officially works for the company Atheon? Is it A, David Banner, B, Harper, C, Thunderbolt Ross, or D, Glenn Talbot?
I think B, Harper.
That is incorrect. Looking for a Glenn Talbot.
Okay.
It was one of those two.
Your fourth question in Marvel.
Sure.
In X-Men Days of Future Past, what specifically does Warpath use his powers for in the film?
Oh. I don't know how specific you want. Let's go to multiple, please.
All right. Is it A, travel back in time to warn the group, B, detect the sentinels coming, C, scout the new area, or D, fortify the doors?
B, like boy.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Yeah. And your final question in Marvel. Who plays Marty / Battle Guy, Dave's friend who becomes a superhero, and Kick-Ass 2?
Clark Duke?
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
So, at the end of Will Spin, picking up 5 points, brings the score to 14.
Can I do this?
Steve?
Yeah. Anything
Yeah,
yet? No.
No, it's still going to round 3.
Do we still have to? If I lose after the second point, we can give it to him. Come on.
I think you have to hit all 3, but
Why? Don't give me that.
this is how it is. All right, round 3 works like this. Each competitor will give me three numbers, ranging from 1 through 14. The first is worth 2 points, second is worth 3, and the third is worth 5. And we'll keep going to someone who's mathematically eliminated. Will, since you are in the lead, can you give me numbers 1 through 14?
Let's do. Let's do 5, 12, and 4.
5, 12, and 4. Okay, and Steve, can you give me numbers 1 through 14, and then 5, 12, and 4?
6, 1, 9.
6, 1, and 9.
My old area code. Woo!
All right, so Steve, you have to hit all your questions to bounce it back to Will.
I know.
You pick number 6 as your first question, which corresponds to Tales and Fables. Tales and Fables.
Ah,
One repeat left.
fuck me. Okay.
Lena Headey, Peter Stormare, and Heath Ledger appear in which film?
The Brothers Grimm final.
That is correct for 2 points.
Finally.
You picked number 1, which corresponds to the DCEU. The DCEU.
Okay.
Erin Brenner, Ewenbremenner, plays which character in Wonder Woman?
Some Scottish guy. Final answer.
And your winner by technical knockout, Will Cohen. All right, great match, guys. You will get the win. Oh, the answer is Charlie. Sorry, I always forget to.
Oh, yeah, Charlie. Good old Charlie, you know.
Charlie.
Charlie.
It's a great match.
Trying to beat my finger.
With both guys. But we'll speak today to today's fortunate second place finisher, Steve. I mean, it's a great match. Post round 1 got 4. Got a tough Star Trek. I mean, Star Trek has probably been spun, I think, almost at least every other match so far this year. So it's starting to get a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
And it's tough because if you don't watch those movies, they're hard to really know a lot from.
Yeah, I've only watched the first one, the second one, the Generations one, and Star Trek remake and Into Darkness and beyond.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones I've never really got into past 2 or before Generations. So
and then,
it is what it is. I mean, listen, it is what it is. Geek is not my strong suit. With my record being 4-2, it does reflect against the opponents that I'm facing. They are very well versed in Geek, so it is what it is. The luck wasn't my lady tonight. Let's just say that I'm Marlon Brando, and luck wasn't my lady. I'm the anti Marlon Brando. Luck wasn't my lady. But no, man. Dude, it's gonna be like, look, Will definitely has definitely has the gumption to be able to take that title from. I'm guessing Joe is still the champion, right? Am I wrong?
Joe's still
the champion. But Joe is a hell of a competitor, and I don't see any. I'd be surprised to see anybody take him down. But if it's anybody that's willing to take him down, I'm gonna put all my money behind Will there, because he's a very strong competitor and very well versed, as you can tell by the score. But man, just like I said, Geek's not my strong suit, and unfortunately, video games wasn't on the wheel. I mean, monster movies wasn't on the wheel, and maybe if it was, I could have landed on that instead of Star Wars or Star Trek. But no, it is what it is, man. I enjoy being here. I'm just here to have fun. I don't take trivia seriously anymore, man. It's just about having fun. Unless I get on a streak. If I get on a streak, then maybe I take it a little more serious. But at this point, it's like, let's just have fun. Hey, hell, I was having fun here, just fucking throwing out my white flag here, just like, even though I did get to 2 points, and luckily it was something that was like, okay, luckily the 6 was something with with a very somewhat forgettable film, but not forgettable for me because I remembered it.
Yeah. I mean, I would say most people probably wouldn't remember that film. So that's great pull on your part on getting that. But yeah, I mean, 4-2 still really good record, bad. Especially since you claim that Geek isn't really your strong suit. But that's kind of the next question. Is there anyone you'd want to play next?
All right. So if I face Kevin, I face Chad, I face good old Will here. I don't think what is Mr. Jordan Pierce Owens in this league?
He is not. But
he is not. Okay.
I mean, if he wants to join, anyone's welcome to join anytime. Kind of, I'm pretty open.
I'll let him know if he's interested. As far as let me see. Who else is in here? You know what? I would like to face a person that I've never faced before. I don't believe I've ever faced this gentleman. We've probably done free-for-alls for Malcolm. We've probably done some horror clip show, but someone one-on-one, someone I've been wanting to face with, Mr. Ryan Payne. So he's a gentleman that I am very interested in. Now I know I have a tough battle facing Mr. Ryan Payne, especially in the geek category. But at this point, I'm like, fuck it, just give me somebody that I know that I haven't faced, and and let's see what happens. Maybe somehow I pull up the upset, or maybe it'll end up like how tonight ended up, and it's just be a slaughter. But I'm willing to. I want to face Ryan Payne in a one-on-one match that I really haven't had any chance or capacity to be able to face them. So we've done, like I said, we've done free for all. We've done like 4 or 5 ways in wrestling trivia matches. So I want to see how I measure up with Ryan, and if he kicks my ass, then I found out. But at least I've got the opportunity to face him in a movie trivia match, let alone a geek movie trivia match.
For sure. I mean, your record's right there, so I can probably set that match up soon. But that's kind of all I have for you. Great game today, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
And we'll go to today's winner. Will, great round 1, got 6. Probably could have gone 7 with a iffy answer, whatnot. Got 3 steals in Star Trek. Did really well in Marvel, which is rough now.
I mean, if with those questions, you can definitely tell it's rough when the only data question comes from Kick-Ass 2, which I think only me and 3 other people who were in the theater with me remember.
Yeah.
So, this was a fun match. I don't think Steve should be too hard on himself, because he does, because even with this loss, that's 4-2. Out of 6 matches, he's won the majority of those. That's still really, that's still a really good, that's still a really good record. I'm still brand new to this league. I've only played, this is only my 3rd match. So, but I've also played really interesting opponents going up to this as well, because I played Tato, who has proven to be very, very good at Geek, though no one will ever give him credit for it. And then I beat Kaiser Wang, which after his first match, he beat his opponent with a knockout.
Yeah. And
somehow I still came ahead on that one. So we've definitely had different journeys over here in Jack of All Trivia. So I'm very interested to see where this journey takes me. You said this is going to get me a number 1 contender shot. Never would have seen that coming. I think all the bookies are now burning their books and coming up with new odds. Mainly because they just want to see how bad I'm going to screw this up. But either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. I might actually study for that match. I have not studied for these 3 matches. It might be beneficial if I do that.
This was short, 3-0. Usually 3-1 streak kind of gets you in the number 1 contender shot, especially with 3-0. I'm not entirely sure who you will be playing next, because there's still a couple other matches that need to kind of play out. But is there anyone, I guess, specifically you'd want to hope to be in that match, or your thoughts about? Well, I guess kind of vocalized your thoughts about playing in that match, but.
So I've kind of vocalized like how I assume I could do.
Yeah.
But there is one player I know that has been down on himself a little bit, because the last couple matches he's had just really didn't go his way. Everyone has bad matches. I told him though that if I won tonight, I was calling him out. Robert Kastner, let's have some fun. You will whip my ass harder than physically, than humanly possible, probably. I imagine this will probably, this could result in your first knockout. But as you know, I always go to, I never just lay down. I always go out swinging. So I think it's going to be a very entertaining match. It's going to be a very fun match. It's going to be a very competitive match. I would love to see that happen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Robert's had a tough couple matches lately, but we see if we can maybe, I don't know, maybe not number one contender match, but maybe we can figure out somewhere down the road you two played each other.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of all I have for you. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
And we'll see you hopefully soon in that number one contender shot. Yeah. So, great match, as I thought. We see Will getting the win over Steve, 14-7, and we will see you guys next time.